And what if I tell you that I almost let that news headline ruin my life? Hi, so a lot of you who follows me on my socials follows me from a 2019 headline that read, Cancer Survivor Wins a Beauty Pageant Title. Yes, that was me when I was 18 and now I am 25. So I was 16 when I was diagnosed cancer, 18 when that news headline came up. And what if I tell you that I almost let that news headline ruin my life? When I first got into pageantry, I felt like I was on the top of the world and I thought I was going to be pretty successful at a very young age. I was in a constant pressure to maintain an image which I did not even understand, and in trying to maintain that, I held on to the cancer survivor headline so firmly and that every introduction about me was, Hi, I'm Evie, I have cancer, or I am a cancer survivor, or I am battling cancer, and created this whole thing in my head about cancer versus Evie. And somehow along the journey, I started noticing that it was killing me on the inside because I had dumped my true identity somewhere else and taken up this something and made it my identity. So, fast forward to a few years later, as I understood it, I gradually loosened it up. And by the end of 2025, for 3 exact months, that is from September to December, I deeply reflected upon it and spoke about it, prayed over it every single day to God, telling Him how desperately I want to be cancer free. And I knew that I was cancer free, but I wanted to hear it from the doctor's mouth that I was cancer free and that there is no more cancer in my body. So I earnestly prayed about it every single day for 3 months, and it happened. In December 2025, I was declared cancer free from the mouth of the doctor. And it still feels surreal. It feels emotional at the same time every time I think about it. And the whole point of me sharing this is as humans, we have this tendency to make something that we are going through our whole identity. For example, when we are in our highs, we make pride our identity. When we are in the lows, we make pity party as our identity. There is a very fine line between what we are going through and who we are in Christ. Our identity is so deeply rooted, it cannot be changed. It is defined by our Creator, and that's something that we always have to remind ourselves. So, healing doesn't start from a place where we are pretending that something isn't happening or did not happen, but it starts from a place where we are being honest about it, but also knowing very clearly that the things that you go through, the tons of shits that you go through, are just part of your story and it does not define you.